Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi says the influence of alleged underworld crime boss Vusumuzi Kat Matlala within law enforcement agencies should never be downplayed. Appearing before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry today, Mkhwanazi has testified that some of Matlala's personal vehicles were registered and serviced by the city of Ekurhuleni. This was first revealed by Eyewitness News last year when it reported that Matlala's cars were equipped with blue lights, illegally supplied by Ekurhuleni's police chief, Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi.
The Mr. Matlala, Kat Matlala, Vusumuzi Kat Matlala, is one fellow that has been enjoying too much privilege from the law enforcement. And the typical example is that at least few of his vehicles were registered by the deputy chief of police at Ekurhuleni. That is Major General Mkhwanazi.
And the Soweto Highway is now open to traffic following its closure due to a fatal shooting incident today. Gauteng National Taxi Alliance chairperson Tami Moyo was shot and killed on the highway this morning while travelling alone. Police say the cause of his murder remains unclear at this stage. The JMPD says emergency teams who were on scene have now completed their work and the route is clear for traffic. A sunny Friday in store for Gauteng tomorrow. Joburg drops to overnight lows of 8 degrees, peaking at highs of 28. Pretoria 10 and 29, Vereniging 5 and 29. Monkey Ziko Go, Eyewitness News.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
#MSW. You may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High-dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind and execution.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Great show as always, Darop.
Thank you, Mr. Marawa. Good show as always.
Great show as always. Thanks.
Great show as always.
Great show as always, Rob. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful show, Robert. Thank you so much.
It always gives me pleasure to speak to someone who's got such an insight.
I love the introduction.
Hey, what is show Marawa?
Ngizodla uphuthe goal.
Yo. Ay. They can't even talk anymore. I mean, they were talking about clean sheet. Now, hey, Sikukune came and said, hey, manje say velocity team. Shalale.
You know. So does he take then his entire technical team? Because, the sad part of this is that in his time away to take care of business back home, Chiefs went through a wonderful winning period.
No, he doesn't live with them. So the conversation is him living alone,
yes.
Not anyone else.
Kaizer Chiefs supporters sometimes they have to relax and give the coach a chance.
So is this man possibly going to be taking over?
This man, before he left South Africa, made it clear that he will never coach any other team other than Orlando Pirates. Says once a Buccaneer, always a Buccaneer. That's what he said.
But that's what he said, and we know what somebody says turns around when you've been fired at Al Ahly. Then what you're going to do? You come back home. I mean, we've seen coaches transcend from between the two clubs, you know. Rudy Krol is on the line, believe it or not.
He left a mark at Orlando Pirates.
But of course, I believe in myself. I believed in the players. I told the players we were going up and up and up, and the players believe more and more and more.
Yeah, I can hear even the dogs are agreeing in the background. When they heard invitation, They're getting excited as well.
Yeah, of course, they heard that. They heard Robert Marawi on the radio, so they get excited.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
All right, a very busy evening tonight, I can tell you that much. Some good news as far as Lions cricket is concerned. I will tell you all about that in just a second. And after the break at 20 past, we're also going to be going live to Kenya. The coach of the month, I'm talking about Benni McCarthy, the son of the soil, coaching the Kenya national team. He's going to be live on the radio as we catch up with them for the very first time, in fact. Yeah, so looking forward to that and a whole lot more. It is Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
Let's go! The moments you remember. The games you can't forget. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
Well, I guess with so much on the go as well, UEFA Champions League football taking center stage tonight. We'll tell you more about some of the key games that will be played this evening. Well, back to the studio. I mean, he's the man at the helm of a union that kind of refuses, though, to settle for second best. I mean, the architect behind a season of dominance, resilience, roaring pride. From the thunderous triumphs of the SA20, though, to the strategic brilliance on the domestic and international stage. I'm talking about Central Gauteng Lions. They have stood tall, man. They've roared the loudest, claimed their crown as the most successful union in South African cricket. But behind every scoreboard is a story of challenges, lessons that have been learnt, a vision that's been sharpened. And as the new season kind of dawns now, fresh talent joins the pride. There's also the women's game that's rising with purpose, and also development programs that ignite the future of sport. And that is why tonight we go behind the scenes, though, with the man who's lived every moment. He is the CEO who leads with passion, precision, as well as pride. Lions and pride, hey, who knows where we're going with this? That's Jono Leafright joins us to reflect, reveal, and reignite the fire. Jono, good to see you, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Good evening to all the listeners.
I didn't think you'd make it to the studio, man. All the festivities today, hey, it looked bright, exciting. Give us a breakdown of what is happening at the Wanderers today.
Yeah, I think it was such a beautiful day in Johannesburg. Clear skies, no wind.
Yeah.
And it was really the launch of the 25-26 season at the iconic DP World Wanderers. We had a lot of people there today. We had all our players there from our DP World Lions, men's team, women's team, blind team, deaf team. And we launched today for the first time the ladies' blind side, which is the first blind ladies team in the country to be launched, which was really, really special. So to have everyone at the iconic stadium, the DP World Wanderers, and to have skydivers jumping out the sky on a clear Johannesburg day was something that we're going to remember as we launch the legacy of champions.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a beautiful day. And like you're saying that the blind side of the sport is very intriguing. Tell me more about that. I mean, are you the only franchise or are you leading in terms of that?
No, South African cricket has invested a lot in trying to grow differently abled cricket in both the blind and deaf game, which has been really good. There's interprovincial tournaments, there's competitions that are done around the country, but we've really tried to lead in that space. We've really tried to make sure that those players feel included in the Lions family, that our Lions pride is not just about the professional teams, but about everybody. That's from our schools to our clubs to blind, deaf, women, young girls, men, etc. And everyone just really feels part of one pride, and that's what we've managed to achieve really well over the last couple of years. And as you mentioned, winning 12 professional trophies in the past 5 years, plus 2 Sports Organization of the Year awards in 2 consecutive years is something that doesn't happen by accident. It's because of people like yourselves, incredible media partners that get to tell our story, amazing partners that get to help us live and breathe with purpose and impact and influence. And then obviously everyone else that brings it to life makes it all special.
Of course, not forgetting the fans who make the terraces so special indeed. And I mean, when you mention that, we've got to hop on it slightly because it's also a celebration about the kind of success you put forward onto the table, that declaration of financial results being the best in the past 12 years. I mean, you talk about the 3 domestic trophies, the 11 awards that we saw, the trophies 2024-25 for Cricket SA. That is no mean feat because there's a level of consistency that we're seeing, but just knocking on the door of brilliance, which spreads from, let's say, the youngsters who are coming in versus almost the near legendary players that are there. How do you get the balance right?
Yeah, absolutely. The Telkom Talent Acceleration Program is critical for us because it's the pipeline that feeds into the professional game. And if you look at the Proteas that won the World Test Champ at Lords, 4 of those 11 were from the DP World Wanderers. If you look at the 15 ladies squad that's now in Pakistan and about to go to the World Cup, 6 of those 15 players are from the DP World Lions. 40% are coming from our union. So we've got a duty of care to South African cricket. We say when the Lions are strong, South African cricket's strong. And when you've got players like Temba Bavuma, Rabada, Van der Dissen, and in the ladies' game, you've got Ibonga Kaka and Tumi and so many of the other girls. You had Tasman Britt score that 100 the other night to help beat Pakistan. It really is something that we get to celebrate every day. And to have Karabo Meso, a young player only in matric, part of that World Cup Proteas squad, is something which is really incredible. So for us, the pipeline needs to be strong in order to feed the professional game, and that goes to school cricket, club cricket, and everything else in between.
And that's great motivation, though, for the youngsters when they see their superstars, like you're saying, playing at Lords, playing at the World Cup, and then coming back. I mean, we were talking about Miso not so long ago on the show here, and just what a great future lies ahead for the player. But at the end of the day, though, Jono, when you look at the union, trying to navigate some of your toughest challenges as well, on and off the field, what would you say those challenges would be?
Yeah, Rob, I think just stick to their code of sports. It's very tough to fill it up all the time. We took a strategic decision some years ago that we weren't going to just be a cricket stadium, but rather a stadium that cricket's played in, and hence we diversified into all other codes of sport, other multi-purpose and multicultural events. We've held weddings to 21st to concerts to all kinds of things there.
Did you host Obama there at some point?
We hosted Obama there, and there's so many more things that are coming up to host. I mean, we hosted that SA Invitational paddle event a couple of weeks ago. We're the best 4 paddle players in the world coming to play paddle on the Wanderers. We had motocross there with flames and motorbikes and all kinds of things. And people said it wasn't possible, but we have made it possible. And our stadium now that has about 1,400 people that come through its gates daily, from a car wash to a yoga studio to a medical center, to a doctor, to a dentist, to a podiatrist. We really are living, working, breathing stadium. And for us, that's really helped us navigate what was some pretty tough and tricky times during COVID in particular. And we're stronger post-COVID than we were pre-COVID. And we, as you said, we declared the best financial results at the AGM about a month ago in the past 12 years.
And that being able to multi-purpose the stadium, which again shows the versatility that is there for the facility. I mean, all you got to do is just protect the pitch, make sure that nobody does funny stuff on
it's always got a fence around it.
So you got a ring fence.
It's always got a fence.
Yeah, because, cricketers, they sticklers to the fineness of the pitch, which you understand, though. And it is so amazing that you can actually do what you've done. And not so long ago, you even had the great Cristiano Ronaldo play there with the Portuguese team. So that also, again, showed how important it is to have a stadium like that. But when you have top-flight cricket being played, you would never even say, because your level of the ability to protect the turf remains high in regard as far as the preservation is concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. But there are innovative ways. I mean, we're the first stadium now to do a drop-in pitch. If you come to the stadium now, you'll literally see a hole in the middle. And we are going to drop a pitch in there in the next couple of days. And we're going to look to do that more because we want to see more sports being played there. I spoke to Jessica last night from Kaizer Chiefs. I said, Jess, I got to see the Chiefs playing at the iconic Wanderers. Even if we just do a fun match, Lions versus Chiefs, and we can see Lions lose about 10-0 to Chiefs, but it'll be fun.
Don't be surprised. I've seen some of the players there who can handle a football, some of the training
You're not wrong, Rob.
sessions.
You're not wrong. They often play football before a warm-up or before a match, and they'll enjoy it. And I said to Jess last night, come on, let's make it happen.
It can happen, though.
Absolutely, it can definitely happen.
It can even
rugby was played there.
One,
British and Irish Lions, there was a match there many years ago. As you mentioned, Portugal, Mozambique in the build-up to the 2010 World Cup. It definitely can happen. And geographically, the Deep Field Wanderers sits in the golden triangle of retail in Africa, linking Sandton, Rosebank, Melrose Arch. So geographically, it's really in a sweet spot.
But how do you balance, though? I mean, when you look at the kind of pressure, given what you've just said now, the legacy with the hunger for innovation, because we put that into the innovation basket as well. But how do you manage that balance and seeing the success?
Yeah, we always got to remember our core product will always be cricket. Our core focus will always be cricket. So we always make sure as the season approaches, we prioritize that in every way. And then we make sure that we blend every other sport or every other opportunity in between that. And we make sure that we maximize and sweat the asset as much as we can. But cricket will always be our focus. We've got a duty of care to the South African public, to South Africa as a whole, to produce quality players that will go and represent us on the world stage. And as you know, the World Cup is coming to South Africa in 2027 for the first time since 2003. And we want to see Temba, we want to see Rabada, we want to see Kwena Mapaka and many of these other players lift the World Cup trophy at the Deep Field Wanderers in 2027. And we've got to make sure that collectively, as South Africa and as the cricketing community and as administrators, we give that team every chance of success in 2027.
One thing we don't want to see, though, Jono, is Duckworth and Lewis system doing what it did to us in 2003. I would hate that.
Absolutely not.
I mean, it's a new season. We're going to be seeing new faces. What excites you most, though, about what's to come and some of your new signings?
Yeah, I think the fact that we got to retain quality coaches in our Deep World Lions men's team, the likes of Russell Dominga, former Proteas coach, is still heading up that space. And Hashim Amla as a batting coach, Alan Donald as a bowling coach, John T. Rhodes has just come on as a fielding coach, and then you got amazing peripheral staff that support them. Is really something special. Jimmy Khamade has been there for a long time. And then in the women's game, you've got Sindile Masengeni, who has taken over as head coach, and a newly appointed assistant coach, Trisha Chetty. Yeah. She's got over 120 Protea caps behind her name. Is something that really is good. And the fastest bowler ever recorded in women's cricket, Shabnim Ismail, is part of our squad, recorded at 132.9 Ks an hour. She'll hopefully be terrorizing some of the other domestic players around the country. And if you take our men and our women, our blind, our deaf cricket, our schools cricket, our club cricket, I'm excited for the season. We've challenged our players to not only be great cricketers on the field, but great human beings off it, and drive that impact, that influence, and the inspiration, all they do.
I was going to say, who don't you have? I mean, you've just mentioned a world-class team.
Absolutely.
You know, from Amla to Donald to everybody else. I mean, John T. Rhodes, we all remember him as probably one of the first South Africans to play for, the Springboks then, as it was known, but playing for the national team in both hockey and cricket. Very versatile, so no wonder he had one of the greatest catches we've ever seen in cricket ever in the history. So, I mean, balancing that is no mean feat on its own. But kudos to you for managing to get the best.
No, thanks, Rob. And we've managed to attract them because of the culture that we drive at Lions Cricket. And as I said to you at the start of the show, we really are just one big happy Lions pride that really wakes up every day with a purpose, and that's to grow communities and impact lives. And those coaches and those players love being a part of our environment because of what we stand for. We know we're not just about winning trophies. Yeah. We're about really impacting, influencing, and inspiring lives.
You talk about influence. Sure, it was rugby that we were watching over the weekend, but it was the women's Springboks, and they were playing against, the All Blacks, the Black Ferns. Again, I was just amazed at the growth of the women's game.
Absolutely.
All round. Whether it's football making it to, the last 16 in the last World Cup that we had. We got, the Springbok women making it into the last 16 just last weekend, going into a quarterfinal. It says something. Then cricket has so successfully taken charge in that space as well. But again, Lions leading the fray. What's that for you that is next in terms of achievement, in terms of motivating, in terms of maybe getting new names and new faces onto the pitch when it comes to the women's game as well?
Yeah, for us, it's about growing that pipeline and making it strong. Yeah. And we run a very successful winter program called the Josie Cup. And what was really exciting this year is we managed to create an under-13 girls division where 5 girls teams entered, which just shows the growth of the girls game at primary school level and high schools level. And your own partner of this show, Hollywood Bets, has put money behind the domestic game, both in the Pro 50 and the Pro 20, which has really elevated the women's game at domestic level, and everyone is excited to participate and play in it. And certainly Cricket South Africa has done really well in making sure that they were one of the first federations to professionalize the women's game. And I think you can see the whole system's uplifted. Girls really see it as a career opportunity now. And we've just seen a massive growth in the women's game across our province, and in fact across our country, with some real talented girls coming through, and girls that really believe that they can play for the Proteas, which makes us even more excited.
I've got a minute before we go, Jono. I'm just checking. So our listeners here, our shareholders as we call them, they've given me a couple of rapid fire questions. So just one word answer.
Cool.
We got a minute to finish them. One word, that's all I need. The most underrated player in the squad right now.
Most underrated? Oh, this is tough because I've got one hell of a squad. But most underrated probably is Rob. I'm trying to go through the squad in my head. Yeah, this is a tough question. So get that listener's email. I'll phone him tomorrow.
All right, one word to describe last season.
Magnificent.
Dream signing if budget wasn't a factor.
Dream signing. Budget wasn't a factor.
Anywhere in the world.
Virat Kohli.
That was simple enough. Favorite cricketing moment of all time for you personally?
Well, Rob, I started in the change rooms in 2003 as an intern.
Yeah.
So that was probably one of my most defining moments. an IWCO in 2027 and watch that World Cup. Hopefully is going to be a cool thing.
Love that. That's what dreams are made of. Favorite cricketing moment of all time?
Watching South Africa beat Australia in the 4-3-8 game.
How do you define leadership in one word?
Impact, influence, and inspiration.
SA20, pressure or pleasure?
Pleasure and pressure.
One.
Pleasure.
If the Lions were an animal other than a lion, what would they be?
A tiger.
Post-match ritual that you swear by?
I say thanks to my dad upstairs.
When was his birthday?
16 May.
Happy posthumous birthday to him. And one thing the fans don't know about the union, but they should.
That we are all about what happens outside the boundary rope, not only what happens inside it.
If you weren't in cricket, you would be?
Still a phys ed teacher and in school.
Not an Olympian.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Oh, you see why you need to come back for a longer period, Jono. We'll talk about that off air. But thank you so much, man. As I said, very exciting. We were tracking it off air during the day, all the events that were going on at the Wanderers. But best of luck. We'll certainly be having more of you come through. And obviously a great partnership that we do enjoy with yourselves as a Primedia. And long may that continue.
Thanks, Rob. And thanks to all the listeners. And may the fans pack out the stadium for all the matches coming up. We're excited to host you.
Jono Leafright, the Lions cricketer, also DP World Wanderers CEO, right here on #MSW. Thanks, Jono.
Thank you very much.
#MSW, live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. At the same time. #MSW.
You are the biggest saver we've ever had.
2,794 Rand a month. It was the easiest switch ever.
What was the real deal they could offer you?
870.
That's amazing. You're always getting something out.
Yeah.
I've been battling to get nice car insurance. Outsurance, I found them. I'm saving a cool $360.
Get the real deal with the real savings.
I made the right move.
Go to outsurance.co.za now for a 10-minute quote that could save you thousands.
Just phone Outsurance, get a quote and see what they can offer you. If you don't save that 321 like I did, you might say get a 500 or $1,000 back. Service and savings, you'll always get something out. How is it that Outsurance provided the solution for you?
918 Rand is what I'm saving.
Incredible. What brought you and Outsurance together?
718 Rand. I end up saving.
They gave you the real deal.
It literally is the real deal.
Go to outsurance.co.za now for a 10-minute quote that could save you thousands. Licensed insurer and FSP. T's, C's and information online.
Introducing the new Grande Cheeseburger from Nando's. Freshly toasted signature bun, juicy flame-grilled chicken breast fillet basted in your choice of peri-peri. Nando's mayo, crisp lettuce, tomato, red onion, the red one, not the normal one, gherkins, creamy cheddar cheese, and finished with that legendary peri-naise. A burger so big it literally took us almost 30 seconds to describe it, which is why you'll need both hands for it.
One festival, endless flavor, and 2 unforgettable days of timeless music. The DSTV Delicious International Food and Music Festival, powered by Lotto Star, returns on 20 and 21 September at Kyalami Grand Prix Circuit. On Saturday, the stage erupts with Don Toliver, Questa, and Nkabi Zezwe. Then on Sunday, experience the legendary Lauryn Hill, Wyclef Jean, Lyra, and more. The DSTV Delicious Festival, powered by Lotto Star. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
It's season 2, and the stakes are even higher. South Africa's favorite stars are back at the briefcase, playing for charities close to home and close to the heart. Big names, big hearts, big deals, all made possible by Lotto Star. Don't miss Deal or No Deal Celebrity South Africa, Saturdays at 6 p.m. on SABC1.
Lotto Stars, licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
In the streets of Mzansi, 2 unstoppable hustlers take center stage. The Suzuki Eco, the Cargo King. The Suzuki Super Carry, the efficient workhorse. These vehicles are your business in motion. And now, when you buy one, you'll get it branded on us. That's Economics 101. Get an eco or super carry today to turn your ride into the ultimate moving billboard. Visit suzukiauto.co.za to book a test drive and to drive your hustle forward in style. T's and C's apply.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
It's time to go.
Gore Nabi, re a mo rata, ebile Nabi re a mo hlompha. Mara, a re rapeletse boroko ka go hujulala.
So according to him, what is now left?
He obviously has a year remaining on his contract. The conversation now is finalize the cutting ties. So that's the conversation that's happening. And once these signatures put, the club will announce that they've officially parted ways. Say 99.99% that it's going to happen. I think the chances of it not happening are super slim.
#MSW. #MSW.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. I don't know, maybe you are still calling Mr. Madluputu, or maybe that does not exist. This is Mpolo, the chief of Richards Bay FC supporters. I was at Umthetho Sport Complex yesterday when Richards Bay FC playing their first match since they joined PSL Giants. I was very happy. Everyone was happy. Besides the score, but the vibe, the supporters, we didn't expect more supporters like that, like the other one we saw yesterday in their first match. That shows that in the upcoming matches, we will see the more and more. And the sold-out affair will happen at Umthetho Sport Complex without Kaizer Chiefs, without Orlando Pirates, without Mamelodi Sundowns. Thank you very much.
Good evening, Marawa. Kusiye Gqeberha. Marawa, khawuzame man nawe eyakho i-commission, i-Marawa commission, and find out into yoba what is happening at Naturena, because we are hearing different reports from each journalist. Others are saying, Unabi was not supported. Others are saying, Unabi, qualifications zakhe, ziyathetisa. So yeah, and also please find out if Unabi will be leaving with this technical team, and if not, Bona, are they going to stay the whole season, or Kaizer Chiefs will hire a new coach, and ngubani lo coach? Because Nasiya was at Gqeberha. I see no reason why Kaizer Chiefs should not hire Upito Musimane and his technical team. The man is the best coach to ever come out of Umzansi. Kaizer Chiefs needs Upito with his experience in PSL and with his experience in CAF football. Enkosi Rob.
Hey, says Kaizer Chiefs need Pitso Msimane to go and coach over there. Is that something that Chiefs fans would welcome? I don't know. There's going to be a vacancy. I'm sure they'll give it to... This is a wild guess from me. I don't want to mention people's names, but I think the man who has been working as an assistant coach, but working at the same time as a translator, could be given that particular job. I'm just saying. Also, it doesn't look like they are going to be leaving as a package in the same way that they came as a package. So things have been split down the middle as far as my observation is concerned. Will there be a commission of inquiry? I don't know. I think there's enough of those in South Africa. Yes. The thing is, what's the end product of commissions? I don't know. Where do we go? You've heard. Hey? Zondo commission, big files. You hand them over, smile for the camera. And instead of people, heading off to jail, smile, they go back home. And that is why tonight, he's definitely not heading to jail. He's been imprisoned by success. I mean, it's a story of fire. You talk about faith and football reborn. I mean, those are the shadows of doubt to the spotlight of continental pride. I mean, the Harambee Stars have found their rhythm when you watch them play. And at the heart of this resurgence stands a man whose name echoes from Cape Town all the way through to Kasarani. It's a Champions League winner. He's a striker of note, a legendary one, in fact. A tactician of steel. Talking about Benni McCarthy, a man, he dared to dream with Kenya. And since taking charge back in March, we've all seen how he's transformed the team into a movement. Quarterfinalists at CHAN 2025, tactical brilliance in World Cup qualifiers, And just the other day, 5-0 demolition of the Seychelles, and now crowned Coach of the Month by the Sports Journalists Association of Kenya. But the journey has not been without heartbreaks. I mean, a sting of a 3-1 loss to Gambia. Hey, the critics came out, no doubt. Yet through it all, Benni stood tall. He's demanding more, he's pushing harder, he's believing deeper. And that is why tonight he joins us to unpack the journey, the highs and the lows, the locker room truths, as well as the vision of Kenyan football. Hey, Africa, buckle up, man. Halagasha is in the house. Benni McCarthy, good evening, sir, and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Mr. Rob Marawa. How are you, my brother?
What an honor to hear that legendary voice. I thought I wouldn't hear your voice ever.
I know it's been a while. It's been long, my brother. But still alive, still kicking, and still moving forward.
Where are you moving forward to?
Arambe Stars, brother. You said it so nicely over the radio just a minute ago.
Hey, congratulations, man. Coach of the month for the month of August. What's your feeling about that, firstly?
Listen, I think it's always a privilege and it's a great honor, but one can't take all the credit, because it takes a collective effort. My technical team, my coaching staff that I have there with me, they've also been as hardworking as myself, and then obviously the players as well. Um, from the coaches and everything, and just putting it all together. And so it's a collective effort. I'm just the one that receives the individual accolades as the head coach, as the leader of the team. But yeah, it's a group effort, and yeah, everyone should take credit for us achieving good things with the Kenya national team.
Benni, I go back to March. I mean, you're appointed, you arrive in Kenya. There's a lot of struggle in terms of the belief of the players. I mean, what is the first thing that you had to change? I mean, was it mindset? Was it tactics? Was it the culture?
Obviously, I think for me, it's always when I walk through the door anywhere, then I want to change the play. I want to change the mindset. I want to convince players why I want them to be a certain way, why I want them to play this way, and why do I want them to have characters and personality, because when you step on that pitch, then you're gonna need all of those to survive. So yeah, so we change the mindset first of all, and then we work on bettering the individual. So now when we on the training pitch, it's about just making players better. Put up training sessions collectively and then individually, whether it's video sessions individual with players. But on the training pitch, it's just about working on their craft and making them a little bit better than what they were before we walk through the door. And then as the time continues, you will start to see confident players playing within themselves and playing freely and loving the game. And then the team benefits from the individuals that's getting better. And then once you start to tactically, and then because the individual players has become better, then you start seeing the results as a team, and that's what we work on, and that's how I like to work. And then through that, you create a culture. You create a culture where players don't accept losing even in training. And yeah, that's what I always try to do wherever I go. So and yeah, so far I've been very fortunate. I've had players who wasn't reluctant to what we try to do. Players were always willing to listen, and they're willing to learn, and then they put in the work, and then yeah, they at the end of the day they see the end results. So it's fantastic for a coach when you can get players to buy into what you're trying to do and what you want to achieve, and yeah, then you get it, and then the result becomes quicker than you expect.
I've been fascinated, Benny, just by what's happening at the Nyoyo Stadium. I mean, the atmosphere is something that I haven't seen ever. The Harambee Stars, you also got to remember that it's the first match in 4 years that they played when you got there. In 4 years, because they didn't have a ground that was suitable in CAF standards for hosting such internationals, but now a stadium of world-class proportions is now available. For you, how do you absorb that is happening with the fans and how they come and support their national team?
Listen, it's been incredible. Like the rise of Kenyan football, like how people have quickly latched onto the team, to support the team and that. But for me, I always stress to the players that it's about togetherness. It's about trying to establish that bond that the players, the fans feel closer to the players, that they feel that they feel like they had won. When the players goes out, they feel they feel the fans' presence, they feel that 12 men there, and then they kind of play out. They go onto that pitch and give everything and give 100% and play with everything that they've got. Um, they give everything that they've got. So they almost become like one. The fans understand that the players giving everything for them, that they don't go out on that pitch and then take for granted the opportunity that they have, but they end up just like, if you give everything and if it's good enough, we get the win. If the opposition has been the better team than you at the end of the day, the fans accept. They understand because they know that the players have gone out there and they've given everything that they had within them and given everything for the badge, for the fans, and you accept, you move on, and then hopefully the next assignment, they'll have better luck. So yeah, so that's how we kind of try and involve the fans with the team, so that that we'll always have the support from the fans, because yeah, in crucial matches they really do spur the team on, and it's amazing when you can achieve that.
But how would you describe, though, the evolution of the team? Because it has evolved under your leadership.
I think just the willingness. They, like I said, they very good listeners, and they're willing to learn. They're willing to improve, and they want to achieve what's never been achieved in Kenyan football. Like Kenya has always been looked at as an athletic nation, like marathon
Long
runners,
distance runners, yeah.
long distance runners. That's what they're known for. That's where, you know, they are in an elite category. So I said, listen, I want to spin this around. Like, when you have that ability, naturally you've got your athletes, you have the lungs to to do well. And now we have to work on your craftsmanship, your skills, and put that into the pitch, on the pitch. And then we use the athleticism that each and every Kenyan has within them. And then now we try and put it into football and see what we can achieve. So yeah, so the players, I think they've kind of just they bought into that, and they give me complete 100% effort, and and learn ability to learn every single training session, and every single training session we strive to be better than what we were the day before. Yeah, and it's just kind of just came together and it clicked all at the same time, and in an instant you kind of had a new evolution, like players believing that they're better than what they really are, But when they go out on the pitch, they actually produce and they deliver. So, I think fast learners, I won't say beginner's luck. I think it's just hard work and determination and desire. And that's what's kind of pushing us in that right direction.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa and to the Mr. Shoulders, and good evening to Coach Benny. I just want to praise the coach for the tremendous job he has done at the Kenyan national team. Ever since he took over as the head coach, you could see that the team has got vision and they are playing fearlessly. I've watched them in one of the recently changed games. I've noticed that he has assembled a very good squad, especially at the back. They have a very good defense, Mr. Marawa. Even after they were down to 10 men in one of the games, the players show resilience and dedication. It's so unfortunate that they couldn't go through to the final, but wishing him all the best. Thanks, Mr. Marawa, then Eswatini.
Benny, thank you so much. All the way from Eswatini. I'll get Benny to respond to that and a whole lot more because, my oh my, you beat Seychelles by 5-0. 5-0.
Hashtag MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. Hashtag MSW.
Are you still waiting for nighttime to browse, stream, or chat? With an MTN Mobile Internet Platinum plan, you get 50 gigs of anytime data for just $199 per month. That's anytime data to use whenever you want, and you can share it with up to 5 friends and family. Use the new MTN app to activate, track, and share your data anytime, anywhere. So, visit an MTN store or mtn.co.za now. T's and C's apply. Today, we make moves. MTN.
Hip hip hooray! It's Hirsch's massive birthday sale from the 26th of August to the 23rd of September. We have incredible deals on your favorite TVs, appliances, beds and more. Save a whopping 3,000 Rand when you purchase a Bosch French door fridge for only 27,999 or get a Midea 16 kg top loader for 6,499. These and other amazing birthday deals available in store online at Hirsch's.co.za. Hirsch's, we will save you money.
It's spring, SA, and here at DecoFern, we say it's time to say yes. Say yes to new friends. Yes to new adventures. Will you marry me?
Yes!
And definitely say yes to a few new things.
Welcome to DecoFern.
Say yes to awesome savings at the DecoFern Furniture Spring Sale with up to 35% off on outdoor furniture and much more. In store now or at decofernsa.co.za.
Marawa, why did you think a plastic bag and tape was a solid window replacement after that smash and grab? And why does it sound like a kite every time you hit Puma 60Ks? Marawa, why aren't you insured with Santam, the insurer that covers theft or attempted hijacking? Get your car covered online in just 2 minutes or SMS cover to 36101. Santam. This is freedom. T's and C's apply. Santam is an authorized FSP, a licensed non-life insurer and controlling company for its group companies.
It's that time of the year. Sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, blocked noses and coughs. It's time to live, work, play and sleep allergy-free. For trusted relief for you and your family this allergy season, ask your pharmacist for the Adcock Ingram OTC Allergy Survival Pack. With products like Allergex Non-Drowsy, Cetacid, Levogex and more, we have you covered. Remember, Adcock Ingram OTC. And visit beprepared365.co.za.
Spar brings you super savings. Get 750 gram, 780 gram, 850 gram Nola mayonnaise, excluding squeeze bottle, for $38.99. Save 6 Rand with Spar Rewards, or 2-liter Spar full cream or low-fat ultra-pasteurized milk for $32.99 with Spar Rewards. Plus, you could win your share of 6 million Rand in instant cash. Price is valid until 22 September 2025. While stocks last. T's and C's apply.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Rudy Kroll is on the line, believe it or not. Rudy, there was a stage where fans were traveling from Durban, KZN, yes. They were traveling from Cape Town, wearing the pink shirt that you made so famous and so popular. You made an impact with people that they started adapting your dress code or your dress style or the very famous shirt that you wore.
I still have it.
Are you wearing it now?
No, not now, but I still have it. I have not thrown it away because it is, I remind
the years in South Africa with all the lovely people.
And whenever he's wearing that peach shirt, Rob, he will never lose a game.
So I put that on, and I feel me very good, and it bring us luck. Put it only on the match day, believing in that God gave me so much power that we go to win something.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
011-888-3947. Otherwise, send us a WhatsApp voice note 060-708-0484. Benni McCarthy in the house.
Will never die. Take win. Hey, Benny, I think achievement yakhe so far in Kenya is so good that usikhumbuze ukuthi he must come back to the Betway Premiership. Afinishe umsebenzi awuqalile from Cape Town City to AmaZulu. Now I can see ukuthi ingathatha any team and achieve more. And now vacancy corner lapho Kaizer Chiefs. He must send his CV. But anyway, Benny, keep it up and all the best.
I was expecting that. Hey, I'm sure Benny was expecting that too. Chatting to Benni McCarthy all the way in Kenya. He is our guest here tonight as we look back on some of the great achievements that he has, have under his belt in such a short period of time that he has since he has taken over the Kenyan national team. That was earlier on in March, taking everybody by surprise. Benny, I mean, there's going to be a vacancy at Chiefs pretty soon. Is that something you look at? You want to come back for that?
Rob, I'm in a good space. I'm at the place where I'm loved, I'm respected, and they allow me to be the coach. They allow me to bring all my expertise, my experience, and make the team better, and make the national team and the country better. So it will be hard to walk away from something like that, And you have a group, of players, a pool of players. Any single body that comes into the national team that's selected, you see a complete willingness and desire and drive and hard working. You don't have to, as a coach, have to beg or fight with players to do their job. They do it willingly. So, when you have that, it's very tough, So that's why I never say never, but I'm really in a good place. I'm in a good place. They treat us absolutely amazing. And they value us. And I think, if you, no matter what you've achieved in your previous life, as a player, which was amazing. Now, when you become a coach, you always want to find a place where you have what you have now, and what we have there with the Kenyan Federation, with the FA, the people that works with us, that works for us, the fans. Yeah, listen, it's been amazing, and I'm extremely happy where I am. So that's all I can say. Me, I've not looked. I don't look anywhere else. I'm not interested in anywhere else because I'm in the place where I want to be. But in football, things can change overnight, so you can never predict the future. So I will never say never, but just that it will take something incredible for me to walk away from this project that I'm busy with.
You sound happy.
I am extremely happy, really happy. Like if you're a coach, a manager, this is what you want to experience in life. This is how you feel that when people do what you want because they know what is the outcome going to be. Like and I've seen that at my time at Man United. Um, I became we became so envious because I was a coach at Cape Town City, I was a coach at AmaZulu, and then when I went to work at Man United, you become envious of what the manager had, like how he's treated by everybody in the club. He's loved, he's respected, and he's well sought after. Everything at his disposal to get the best results. But yeah, unfortunately, in that business, if you don't get the results, then yeah, but it's just like, okay, so you are kind of understand this is what it feels like to be a manager at a top club where, you have everything at your disposal. Then it's on you not to succeed. So you kind of wish one day just to experience that one time in your life, because and my previous where I worked previously, it was completely different. And now at Kenya national team, wow, I'm experiencing that firsthand, and it's amazing. You have the freedom, to go out and succeed.
And you said it. You said you're at a place where they value you, they love you, and they respect you. And that's all you need, really, in this business. Are you shocked? Are you surprised, though? Eric Ten Hag is a man that you worked with, having left Man United, went to the Bundesliga, lasted a shorter time than any coach would last at Chippa United, for example. And he's been fired now. You got Coach Amarim at Man United, who maybe, I don't know, at times I listen to him, he almost wants to fire himself from Man United. What do you make of those developments?
Oh, it is tough. It is tough. It is really tough. And when you sit on the outside, everything looks easy. It seems easy to, you would make this decision, you would make that decision. But when you actually walk in those people's shoes, then you understand how incredibly difficult it is. It is they in the most difficult jobs that you can be in, because with the pressures you have to instant have success from the off, from the minute you walk through the doors. And sometimes it just doesn't work like that. Success takes time, but unfortunately in those positions you don't get a lot of time if you don't deliver. So yeah, so I do feel for these managers, especially for Eric, because I think he walked through the door there, hoping that he would be backed and people will give him time. And then when you have such a successful team like Leverkusen did, and then you sell 7 or 8 of your top players, then it becomes almost impossible. You can't have the same success losing half your squad in the manner that Eric did. So yeah, I don't know what in the end what happened there, and I hope, I know him. He's a fantastic guy, great guy, but he's an unbelievable tactician. Really, really, really clear in his views and how he wants to play and that, and he makes everything so crystal clear to the players. And it's just an unfortunate that the Germans didn't have patience and they didn't give him the right amount of time that he needed. So hopefully he'll land up somewhere where he is given the time so he can show what he's about, because I know he's a top draw manager.
All right, so Benny, I'm just going to keep quiet for about 2 minutes. Let the people have a word, because that's just how much loved you are from a fan perspective back here at home in South Africa.
Good evening, Robert. This is the man. Good evening to Ekdans Elelah. Congratulations, Benny, for all that you achieved. One thing, Robert, that makes Benny to achieve, I think, it's self-confidence. He's a man with confidence. He's a man who is not afraid to take responsibility. This is seen while he was abroad. This is seen in Kenya now. I wish him all of the best, and my word of advice to him is let him stick where he is to gather more experience. Then he'll think of maybe going elsewhere. But for now, stick there. Ekdans Elelah. Good show as always.
Good evening, Rob, and good evening to Coach Benny. and to the MSW listeners. Speaking to Rian here in the Western Cape. Firstly, congratulations to Coach Benny for reaching the quarterfinals of the recent CHAN. Two questions to him. Will he ever consider coaching one of the traditional top three in South Africa? Your Sundowns, your Pirates, your Chiefs. And secondly, the bond he has built with previous coaches you've worked with, like your Molly Joseph. How important is that for coaches, to create that bond? I see Peter have created the same team. Even Mukwena have done the same team, Rani. Wherever they go, they try to go with the same structure, same spine. How important is that for coaches, for young upcoming coaches to have the structure, not to chop and change the spine, basically?
Evening, Mr. Marawa. I wish Coach Benny all the best with his team there from Kenya. I think they were doing well. They were just unfortunate in the CHAN competition. And he must inspire some of the Kenyan players to come and play in PSL, man. I remember the last time we had a Kenyan player. It was Musa Otieno, who used to play for Santos, and he won the league with Santos. He was a good sportsmanship, well disciplined, a man of the game. I hope we can have more players from Kenya coming to play in South Africa. Coach Ben must ask them to be inspired to come and try their luck in the PSL.
Good evening, Rob, and good evening to the legend, one of the greatest that we have ever produced in this country. Rob, great coaches improve players and transform teams in the process. And that's what Coach Benny and his technical team have done with a nation that is predominantly known for athletics, that they are now finding their voice in the football field of play because of the incredible work that one of our own has done. But Coach Benny, with you having been the person who gave Utsepang Muremi his debut in the professional setup during your time at Amazulu, when he was coming on loan from Bizana Ponto Chiefs, how do you feel when you see the young man contributing immensely in the past weekend and becoming the man of the match in the MTN 8 final, considering that you have given him his debut in the professional setup? Thank you so much, and wishing you all the best with the Harambee Stars.
Good evening, Darop. Donald from Ampathela. I remember 2018 when you hosted Benny, and at the time he had just got his UEFA Pro license, I think. Yeah, and then the mood was just of celebration, achieving that license, and looking forward to the career. And look how far that have come from, and look there. I mean, the good run at Amazulu. We don't want to mention Europe. He did well there, and now he's here, and he's just turned the fortunes of a national team that was never even looked at when it comes to football. And you know what, I'm just proud, and I'm happy for him. The technical team that he managed to compile is working wonders. He's doing wonders, and congratulations, Coach Benny, and I wish you good luck in your future endeavors. Donald from Ampathela. Thank you.
Hey, Donald, thank you so much indeed. All of a minute left, Benny. I always say that having to interview you, we need 2 solid hours, otherwise we're wasting our time here. I always say that I just truly believe it. Even got a message from Coach Augusto Palacios. He says, great evening to Benny. With you, a very good start in Kenya with a lot of passion and intelligence. It's not easy to start with any national team, but him and his technical team doing a great job, and I wish him the best and continue to show his knowledge, and his time will show the capacity and commitment that he has in terms of successes. God continue blessing. He says, amigo, major amigo. That is Coach Palacios.
Man, I've taken so much out of that coach's coaching manual book when he was my coach when I played at Orlando Pirates. What a man, what a gentleman, and what a top coach, And I hope I can have the same amount of success that Coach Palacios has.
A quick
A
one
lot
on,
of time for him.
A quick one about Moremi.
Oh yeah, Sepang. Yes, no, listen, Rob. I was once a young boy, and I know what happens when somebody believes in you and somebody gives you the time of day. Coach Kevin Hunt did that to me. So now that I'm a coach, I love to give young players that's ambitious, that has the willingness, the willpower to succeed. I love to give them an opportunity. And Chepang, I got him when he came to Amazulu. He was exciting. He was speedy, quick, good feet. He's basically selected himself. He gave himself the opportunity with his enthusiasm. So he made me excited to be his coach. So it was fairly easy for me to unleash him. And unfortunately, my time there wasn't as long as I would have liked to. But I'm grateful that I was able to give so many young players an opportunity, and now to see Sepang flying the flag high at Pirates doing wonders. I only wish him more success and to continue to spiral upwards, because the talent that he had, we saw it already when I was in charge at the
A quick one, just one word to describe Cape Town City's relegation to the First Division.
Devastated.
Devastated. Benny, I'm devastated that I have to say goodbye to you. I do hope that we get to chat again. When you sneak into the country like I know you normally do, please, you've got our number, I hope, if you haven't changed yours. Do let us know. We'd love to host you.
Same number as always, brother Robs.
Enjoy your time off in the UK, my friend. Take it easy.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Always a pleasure speaking to you, and all the best to everyone there.
Thanks so much. That's a coach of the Kenyan national team, Benni McCarthy, joining us right here on #MSW. Thank you so much indeed. Do join us tomorrow. It's a Friday. Hey, Legends Night. It has been Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
The thrill, the drama, the action. Play the game again. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets. #MSW. Live now on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM and Sowetan Live. At the same